today's video, we're talking about all of my favorite products for the month of July. Can we just say, where the heck has half the year already gone? I cannot even believe that it is already August. This is so insane to me. It is ridiculous how fast time goes, and I feel like I say that every time I do my favorites video, because honestly, when I sit here to do this, I cannot believe that it's already the end of the month. And it's really easy for me to do these types of videos when I have lots of products to talk about, because most of my favorites just sit right here on my desk, or they're like within reach within my drawers right here. The top few drawers really just keeps all of my good stuff, and I try to keep everything kind of, you know, a little pile off to the side of all the things that I have been loving. So I got a couple things today. I have actually quite a few eyeshadow type palettes, a foundation, it's an old one, but a goodie. I'll get into in a minute. And I have like two kind of skincare type things, and I am not going to do too much skincare stuff because I have already shown you guys my nighttime skincare routine, which if you haven't seen it, I will link it here and also in the description bar for you. So anyways, you're here for the favorites, right? So let's just go ahead and knock out the skincare portion of it because it's only a few things. The first one is the Skinceuticals Clarifying Clay Mask, the Deep Pore Cleansing Skin Refining Mask. It is a mouthful, but this is what the jar looks like. It is one of my favorite masks, if not my most favorite of all time, because this helps keep my skin really nice and clear. It helps sort of suck up all of that excess oil, all of the, you know, sort of nastiness that you may have if you have acne like I do, or if you're oily prone. We have issues that we have to deal with, you know, like blackheads, oil, just pores looking larger than they already are. I mean, I'm like, geez, can I get a break? So I love using this. I probably use this maybe once a week. It is a little bit more of a pricier type of mask. Honestly, not the most expensive that's out there, which you guys know how I feel about the Glam Glow mask, because I've talked about that before. They do absolutely nothing, especially the detoxifying one, but it's just your standard sort of like clay mask type product. As you can see, it's one of those that you put on, you leave it on for a few minutes. I think it says 15 minutes, and then you remove it. What I like to do is sort of, in a way, kind of treat myself to a spa treatment at home. When I put this on and it's time to remove it, I just take a nice cloth that has been dampened in really hot water, wring it out, and so wait for it to sort of cool off just a little bit because you don't want to burn your face. And put the cloth on and sort of just press this all over the face like this, just kind of pushing the washcloth in, and it sort of just opens up those pores, pulls everything right out. And honestly, this has definitely helped with blackheads, and I have been getting some on my nose. I get a few on my chin, and of course, you know, I've been getting my cystic breakouts on my my cheek area, which is where I normally get them. And I actually use this as a spot treatment. Over the weekend, I was like dabbing the heck out of these blemishes. Like I had like white specks all over because I don't know what's going on with my skin lately, but it's like one came up and then the next day another one and then the next day. So it's like, I don't know, I'm figuring it out, but this is good. You can use it as a spot treatment to sort of dry out any little pimples or any little pesky blemishes. It's really great, and I will link the Skinceuticals line down below. The next thing is, the last skincare product is the Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. I just recently picked up my second bottle of this, but this is actually really good to remove any sort of residue. It's also good to remove eye makeup in general. You take a little bit on a cotton pad, soak the cotton pads on your eye for a couple minutes, and then you can just remove it and not have to tug and pull, which is why I like the Clinique Take the Day Off Balm, because it sort of just works gently to remove everything without having to tug with makeup wipes or any other like cleansing makeup removing towelettes, or like the makeup eraser towel that can kind of be a little rough sometimes. This is really great. Removes makeup, cleanses, and refreshes. There's been plenty of times where I have been in a rush in the morning and I just take some of this on a cotton pad and just swipe it over my face to remove all of my skincare and oil from the night before, and just go in with some moisturizer, my toner, treatments, whatever, and out the door I go. If I have to, if I'm in a pinch or I just feel lazy, I mean, I get those days too, this is also really great. Alright, so let's just go ahead and get into the beauty stuff, because that honestly, quite frankly, is the fun stuff. So for mascara, I actually have this little sample from the Almay Multi-Benefit Mascara. I got this little sample when I was at Ulta looking for some Urban Decay products, and they actually were out of the free gift with purchase. They gave me the option between this and the Benefit Roller Lash, which I do not like. I don't think it does much of anything. So this is just a little sample size, but holy freaking cow, this mascara, it is so good. That is the brush. So it's a classic mascara wand. It's quite big, but the formula is just really great. It gives me a very similar effect to my Rocket Volume by Maybelline, which this is what it looks like. It's a beautiful navy blue tube with some hot pink on it. I actually have one of these in the packaging on standby because I adore that mascara, and I love that for so many reasons, but this one is very similar to that without being difficult to remove. That one from Maybelline is a pain in the butt, and it does take some time, so that Micellar cleansing water works great with it. The Clinique Take the Day Off is awesome for removing it. But this Almay One Coat Mascara, One Coat Multi-Benefit, gives me a lot of length, a lot of definition, a lot of volume, a lot of thickness. It's given me everything that I look for in a mascara, and this has probably been out for a long time, and I'm just now getting around to it. And had it not been for the sample, I probably would have never chosen to try this mascara. I have tried years and years ago, I wish I remember what it was called, a mascara from Almay that had like, it was a smaller wand on one side, but then it had like little teeth on the other end, almost looked like a toothbrush, and I remember loving that. And I don't know what it's called, I don't even know if they make it anymore, but this has been so freaking good. It gives me lashes. It makes my lashes look like I have extensions on. I do have pretty long lashes to begin with, so I feel like this just gives me even like, I don't want to say double the length, but it really does like intensify the length that I have. Builds really nicely. I would say 2 really good coats, and it's beautiful. I have gotten back into my Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Concealer. This is an oil-free concealer. I wear the shade Light number 20. And I would say this is very similar to my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, which you guys know I love. I went and bought a lighter color so that I have one to sort of conceal and highlight at the same time. This is actually a lot lighter than the light color from the Urban Decay brand. So that's the two of them together. As you can see, the Better Skin with the blue cap, it's just a little bit lighter and just a tad more yellow than the light neutral from Urban Decay. I love this. It actually gives me pretty good coverage. I would say if you have really dark circles that are noticeable, even with concealer, you might want to do some color correcting first, which is really the only time that I would recommend color correcting if you have really dark circles or really intense dark spots on your face. Color correcting has just been completely overdone on Instagram, on YouTube. It's not really necessary for a lot of people. So this has great coverage. It's really cheap, inexpensive, blends in well, actually does cover, which is great. And the best part, it's a drugstore brand, which, you know me, I like my drugstore products. Speaking of drugstore, I've gotten back into the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. I have had this specific one for quite some time, and I thought, I don't know if that's going to be too dark or too light for me. I haven't used it in months because I've been using just concealer on most days, except for now that I have to wear foundation because my skin is a wreck. I've had good skin, and I've been able to just wear some concealer where I need it, and that's enough. And then of course blush, bronzer, and highlight. But I decided to pick this up. It's been, I don't know when this foundation, it's been probably maybe 2 years that this has been out. I actually have a review that I did a long time ago on this, and I enjoy it. I wear the shade number 103 Natural Buff, and it is just a slight smidgen dark for me right now, but I've gotten some color, so I feel like I can make it work. It's no big deal. It is a demi matte. It is made for oily skin. They do have a new one that just came out. I think it's called the Pro Glow, that is more illuminating, more kind of dewy, which I don't know how that works with oily skin. I mean, my skin is pretty dehydrated right now, so I try to keep everything pretty light. Now, one thing I do like to use under that is my Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. This one, I feel like it does help keep me sort of matte, not completely mattifying where I'm not having to touch up, but there's just something about this primer. It has a white color to it, so it's not your classic silicone primers, that sort of slippery kind of weird feeling. Hopefully you guys can see, there it is. That is just the texture of it, and it has that sort of lotion feel to it, which I think works well under foundation. It blends really easily. You only need just a little bit. Even though it says stay matte, it does work if you have slightly combo oily. If you're extremely oily, this is probably not enough. But if you're just looking for a really just gentle basic primer that you could use to put like a layer between your skin and the foundation, this is really great, and it's really only just a couple bucks, and I blend it in, and it actually makes my skin feel really soft. Like, I'm just like, I can see myself in the viewfinder, I'm like, girl, you need to stop petting yourself because it's so soft. I really like it. And it's like, I don't know, $4 or $5. Really cheap. Okay, speaking of really cheap, I have a NYX powder. This is the Stay Matte Not Flat powder. I have recently picked this up and I got it in the shade Natural. It's just a classic sort of powder. But the real nice part about this is that even though it has that sort of powder consistency, and obviously it is a powder, but it has that sort of creaminess where it doesn't sit on the skin and look like powder. A lot of powders are good for like oily skin, but the bad part of it is that it sits on the skin and can look a little powdery, can look a little cakey. And this one has that sort of creaminess to it, and I guess that's why it's called Stay Matte But Not Flat. It gives you that sort of matte look without being too chalky or without looking like you just been rolling around in a big pile of dust. Because I've been there and it looks terrible. I'm just being honest. This is something that feels really nice on the skin. It gives me that matte look, sets my foundation without giving me that sort of nasty chalky look. It doesn't look cakey on my skin, even though I did do 2 layers of this foundation, the Ultra HD by Makeup Forever. I did 2 coats of that, 2 layers. And then I did quite a bit of this because, again, I have some major issues to cover. And I feel like I did a really good job. And if I'm looking up close, it does not look cakey or heavy. It doesn't feel like it on my skin. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything. So this is really great. All right. Last sort of face type thing before we get into, actually I have this and one more. Before we get into some eyeshadows because I have some good stuff to show you. This brow pencil from Anastasia Beverly Hills, the brow definer, the triangular one. I wear the shade medium brown, and this is actually quite good. I mean, is it any surprise? Because Anastasia makes some really great products for brows. I love her brow products, and they're a little bit more pricey than some other things, especially like if you compare it to a drugstore, but this is actually pretty awesome. This is the triangular brow pencil, and it has a triangular tip, so as you can see there, it is quite thick. So if you have very thin, like paper thin brows, I would suggest doing something like the NYX Micro Brow, which is a dupe for the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I have the Brow Wiz, where are you? Here. Brow Wiz and the Micro Brow by NYX, and they're exactly identical, same packaging, same formula, same everything, and it's cheaper. Like this is 10 and this is like 21, 22. I'm not knocking the Anastasia. I think it's great. Love it. This pencil, the triangular one, is really great. It's super creamy, and I can put it through my brows because I have thicker brows. This actually makes it filling in my brows like literally in seconds. I'm done. Where before, using something so tiny like the tiny point of the Micro Brow or the Brow Wiz, I feel like I spent half an hour just doing one freaking brow, and I'm like, oh my god, I need to get out of here. So this is just easy. I can run it through my brows. Take the spoolie in and just sort of comb through it. Fill in any sparse areas with like a powder, or I like to go with the Brow Wiz and kind of just touch any little spots that are sort of bald. I am using a serum to help my eyebrows and eyelashes grow, so we're going to see if that works, and of course I'm going to do a video on that. So I'm still waiting for those hairs to grow back. I mean, anytime now. I mean, I've been waiting a long time for those hairs to grow back. And in the meantime, I use this one because it is a little bit of a thicker pencil, the tip of it. So it's so easy, and even if you didn't have brows as thick as mine, you could probably make it work. I mean, if you want to use it, you can make it work. Alright, so the other face product is the Benefit Hoola Bronzer. I've had this, I bought this back in, when did I buy this? June. Yeah, right after I moved here to Tennessee. This has actually been so good. I love this. And my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, that has been like my go-to for quite some time. But this is actually really nice. It's a nice sort of neutrally tone. It's not too orange. It's not too warm. It's not too dark. I feel like if you're fair like I am, I mean, I have some color. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty proud of that. This works. That's what I'm wearing today. And I actually have some a little bit on my cheeks with a little bit of a blush. Not too much because that's where I have some breakouts. So I try not to put too much close to my, like, towards my nose. This is actually really great for bronzing. It can be used as contouring, which I have done. Today I used my e.l.f. complexion brush, which I take it on the side, kind of sort of get the product, kind of put it in the hollows of my cheek, and then turn the brush over and sort of buff it out. That's what I do all the time. Instead of actually having to bronze and then do an extra step of contouring, this sort of does it all. I feel like a lot of skin tones can do this. To, I would say, someone who's kind of creeping into the tan color, would work. If you're really dark skin, you probably have to find something just a little bit darker. But if you're fair, like I am, or much lighter, this is definitely something to look into. It is matte, so if you like that sort of sheen or shimmer to your bronzers, this is not going to be it. I personally like all of my face products except for highlight to be matte, so that's why I love the finish, the formula. It's really, really great. All right, so let's talk about a lip product. Today I'm not wearing it because I decided to mix a couple different colors. And like I said, I haven't worn makeup a lot these last few days because of my breakout. So I went completely like full glam and I freaking love it. So the gloss that I've been using since I bought it, I think I got this back in June, is the Tartiest. It's by Tarte. It's the Tartiest Glossy Lip Paint in the shade Obvi. This is what the packaging looks like. Absolutely adorable. Love the gold. This is such a good formula. Like I need to get some more of these. So let me show you a swatch of it. There it is. So freaking beautiful. Oh my god. This color is totally me. It works with every single look that I do, whether it's a very soft natural look, whether it's full glam like I have on today. I could have used this and I almost did. It kind of goes similar with what I'm wearing, but love the formula. It's glossy. It is a full, like, intense opaque color, just like the ones from Anastasia Beverly Hills, the lip glosses. Those are very pigmented, super glossy. I should have brought them to show you like swatches, because I have two of them that I'm just like can't get enough. They're in my purse and Mama's not gonna get up, so these are bomb, worth every penny. Love it. Okay, so for some eyeshadows, I have to just quickly mention the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance. And I've noticed I've mentioned Anastasia a few times in this video. I got a few things here. This palette, it's just beautiful. If you, let's just take a moment. Do you see this? This is amazing. The quality is superb. The pigmentation, the blendability, the fact that this has so many warm tones. And if you are a warm tone gal like I am, you need this. You need to have this in your life, girl. This is so good. I love the sort of pinky kind of burgundy shade. These would be perfect for fall. I mean, you can wear these anytime you want, but fall, right here, all you need. Like warm tones, very soft, very natural. I mean, so good. I love this. Love everything about it. The brush, I actually took it out, but the brush is actually a pretty useful brush, so don't throw it away. So good. Really, really good. Worth the money, worth the hype. There's a lot of products that are hyped up on YouTube, and half of them are probably not even worth it. This is most definitely worth the money. Another eyeshadow palette is, this is so freaking cute, and I get why it's called Totally Cute. It's the new Too Faced Totally Cute palette. These stickers come with it, but my adorable 3-year-old son did this for me. And if you follow me on Snapchat, you saw him decorate my little Totally Cute. He put some stickers on the back for me. And it's actually a really special piece because he did that. I mean, it's silly. It's stickers, whatever. But he actually loved wearing the stickers because I had him put some on here. And because they're really cute, I mean, look at this. I mean, we got a unicorn. Look at that. We got a unicorn, a rainbow, some diamonds. What girl doesn't like diamonds, okay? And that is just so cute. Little hearts, donuts. I love donuts. Ice cream, bunnies. We own 2 bunnies, and I'm a bunny gal. So I had extras, and he actually put them all over his legs. And we went out in public with it, and he totally rocked it. And I'm like, good for you. And he just was so excited to do this because, you know, 3-year-olds, they love stickers. But anyways, this is the palette. Oh, I freaking love this. This is just so good. Okay, so today's look is Clover, which is that green. I have Storm Cloud on the outer corner, which is this color here. And then in my crease, I have Bunny Fufu. That's so cute. Which is that sort of orangey matte color. And then I took a little bit of the Benefit Hoola as my transition. Freaking love it. Love it. Can't complain. So pigmented, so creamy, just everything that you want. Too Faced does some really bomb shadows. And I have not been able to stop wearing the unicorn color as my highlight. It has like a subtle kind of duochrome finish to it. So pretty. I have been mixing it with Shooting Star. Let me just show you because this is beautiful. Shooting Star is so pigmented, you guys, like no joke. You gotta be real careful with this. Okay, so here are the two colors. Hopefully my camera will focus. Stop trying to find my face. There we go. You see how one is a little lighter, one is more kind of champagne-y and has that sort of glow to it. Oh, yes. Love it. I should have used it today, but I'm using my Bobbi Brown. So good. Like, it just gives you a nice sort of, there it is, the two of them mixed together. From a distance, you see how that catches the light? Oh my god. So pretty. Love that. So anyways, the quality is really good. I have done a look using the two matte darker shades like Bunny Fufu and Chocolate Donut before, and those the top three, I should say, the top row is all matte, and then the bottom two rows, the last 6 colors, are shimmery. And honestly, I mean, these colors, I'm gonna be honest, they're not that unique. Too Faced has come out with colors very similar to these, and they probably will continue to do so, but just the packaging and the fact that you can put stickers on it and make it your own. If you have kids, this is a great thing for little ones to do. I mean, it's so cute. And then it says, I love bunnies. Okay, so let's just sort of wrap this up with my last makeup eyeshadow thing. I'm wearing some of it, one of the colors today as well. It's the Urban Decay Moondust. Look how pretty this packaging is. Just beautiful. Like, come on. My child's trying to come into the room. Anyway, so these are the colors. I hear ya. So these are the colors here, and as you can see, they're beautiful, very sparkly, just so beautiful. So what I did today was I took this color called Vega, which is the blue, with my ring finger, just patted over my eyeshadow, which is how I use these because I can use them during the daytime, because these can be intense and not everybody likes to use glitter or colors like this during the daytime. So if you want to make these a little bit more wearable, you can take just a little bit on like your ring finger and just pat it over, which is what I've been doing with a lot of these colors. So that's a great way to make it sort of, I wouldn't say natural or everyday, because glitter is totally not everyday, but it's definitely something that you could do. Use your fingers, sort of pat it in. That's how I've done it with some of these. I will just quickly show you. I'm not really digging too much into these colors because they're so beautiful. Oh my god.
Oh, yes! Come through, Urban Decay.
Love this. They're really sparkly. I'm telling you, if you like sparkles and glitter, you need this. I can justify just about anything makeup. So maybe I shouldn't go shopping with people because I will talk everybody into makeup. But look how beautiful these are, and they just sort of catch that light. Oh yes, look at that. Beautiful. Glitter is messy. It gets everywhere. These are actually pretty easy to use and to wipe off clean. I take the Morphe E8 and just sort of like flick under my eyes if I get some in there. You can also do your eye makeup first, then foundation to sort of minimize the fallout. You will get some kind of fleckies. It's going to happen with glitter. But personally for me, I've never really been into glitter a whole lot. Occasionally I may try to do something a little fancy if I'm a little sassy that day. But I don't really use them and I don't really purchase them because I don't want them to get into my eyes. And honestly, these probably have gotten some little flecks in my eyes and I have not had any irritation with it. I have not had any issues with it bothering my eyes or my contacts. And it's just been pretty easy to wear. You pat them on, they stay on all day. Like, I don't have to put a glitter glue under it or any glitter primers. I mean, it's just easy. But honestly, like I said, putting them with my ring finger, patting over an eyeshadow, works beautifully. You still get that intense sort of glitter and that sparkle, but a more subdued version of what you would get had you used all of, like, really pressed into it and just really pack it on its own. But if you have nothing in your collection like this, then it's totally worth it, which is why, like I said, I justified it because it's pretty, caught my eye, the packaging is cute, anything sparkly is just totally me. Woo! Thank you, Lord. We are done. Those are all my favorites. I hope that you like this video. Everything will be listed down in the description box for a reference for you if you are interested in getting the list, maybe screenshotting it if you're interested. It's there for you as always. Thank you so much for spending your day with me. Please subscribe, like the video, thumbs up, share with your friends and family. Thank you for spending your time with me today. It means more than you'll ever know. I love you all very much and I will see you very soon. Okay, girl, you need to blot. Okay, where the heck is my brush? See? telling you, if my head is not attached to my shoulders, I would lose it. Leave it somewhere. What in the heck? Oh my god.
Oh, honey, where did I put the freaking brush?
Been looking for you. Girl, we gotta take care of this oil.